Welcome, friends and family, to another episode of the Guerrilla Press. We are the Wrestling Dorks. I am John, joined as always to my left by the talker of talking. Sam is here. Welcome, sir.
Family's listening? I'm out of here.
I kind of hope not, actually. And joining us, man, I'm really fucking this beginning up, aren't I?
Yeah, you really screwed up.
Do you want me to start over?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty screwed up.
Well, we've already heard from her. To Sam's left is the yet-to-be-named, nicknamed Queen of the Dorks, JLucky. Welcome to the show.
Queen of the Dorks.
Yeah, I'm a little stuttery tonight. I'm not sure why.
It must have been those 4 sips of that Bud Light Lime really has got you.
I'm drinking the tall boy tonight. Yeah, look at me. He's delicious.
Let me see that.
All right, you take that.
Wow,
Don't turn it upside down.
you only really did take 4 sips.
Jeez, man. So we were doing a lot of testing of the audio before we started this episode tonight because I am not a very smart man, and I ordered a whole bunch of new equipment for the show to try to get rid of the echoey sound that you all have been hearing for the last, let's say, 2.5 years.
Why you're still listening, we don't know.
Well, I finally decided to just bite the bullet and just spend money on the show, and it backfired because I decided not to spend quite as much as I should have. What are you looking at?
Are you sure this is a tall boy? I think this is just a thin can.
It is. It's a slim can.
Yeah, a fucking tall boy is at least a pounder.
I was just using a nickname. I wasn't.
I thought you were drinking more beer. I'm like, that would have got me the whole up. I would have been looking for a count on the whole. You and your you liked a slimming effect to things.
I do. Slimming effect, exactly. So to finish off the story, I bought a whole bunch of new equipment. We're actually in the studio right now. We each have a microphone in front of us, but the only one that's working is mine right now. You guys have to talk loudly.
It's the only one that matters.
Pretty much, yeah. I do run this shit. But yeah, we do have 3 new microphones, three microphone arms, new cables.
I don't have an arm.
Well, no, yours is a desktop.
That's why she's with you. She knows she's missing an arm.
I knew there was something wrong with her. But unfortunately, the mix board, not that this is interesting to you guys, but the mix board that I got was the cheaper version of what I needed, and it doesn't hook up right. So, luckily, the Podfather has stepped in and is saving the day and sending me an adapter. It should be arriving tomorrow, and we will be coming to you live, well, recorded with awesome sound starting next week. Are you excited?
I'm super excited.
I can tell. Look at that. She's really excited.
Yeah.
And you also are very excited.
That's what she sounds like when she's excited, I got it.
Super excited.
Yeah, well, no, she sounds a little bit better than that.
So for now, I'll just sound like I'm in the bathroom talking.
Yeah, sorry. Again, my voice is the only one that matters. Sam already projects way more than I do, so he is a good, what are you, 2 feet away from the mic?
I don't know. Maybe 19.5h inches.
Something like that. And JLucky is a solid 3-4 feet away from the, well, not 4 feet. That's,
no, you're
maybe
bad with distance. You're bad with judging how big things are, clearly.
Yeah.
JLucky's 6 feet from the microphone right now.
What were you going to say?
I say, don't guys usually kind of overestimate?
I don't know. I haven't heard that.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
No, I hear women overestimate.
Yeah, I've heard that everything is just as stated.
Yeah,
yep.
Okay.
Just as advertised.
When the Phillies blow another lead, GM Chrysler.
Would you guys like to talk wrestling tonight? We
not really.
haven't gotten to it yet. We're a good solid 3 minutes in and not one peep.
We promise you as a wrestling podcast to talk as least as possible about wrestling.
Yeah, because we know that there are plenty of options for you to listen to wrestling podcasts out there. That's all right, leave it on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, should we leave it on?
No, I didn't want to.
What do we determine? Do we want that microphone
so
on?
it's better off.
All right, turn it off. There you go. Now, JLucky, talk to the audience. Tell us something.
Now she probably sounds way softer.
Now I'm going to sound like I'm in the bathroom.
Yeah, why don't you go to the bathroom? You might sound the same.
Why?
Actually.
You want to get rid of me?
No, he's got a camera set up in there, is what he was saying.
Yeah. No. Ew.
Probably
God,
does.
That's really gross.
Yeah.
Can you imagine doing that? Setting up a camera in the women's room? Look at your face. You're like, done and done.
he's over. Oh, yeah. Isn't that gross?
No,
yeah.
seriously.
Usually
women
the
in
folks
bathroom?
that say that stuff are the ones that are, typically.
Right.
Like,
ha, 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 ha,
like he's overselling it.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
oh, that's so.
Like, I couldn't imagine doing that. I would never want to see things like that.
Gross.
Good night, everybody! Jesus. No wonder we talk about wrestling, because when we stop talking about wrestling, it turns into JB's an awful person.
Don't virtue signal, and we won't have that problem.
I'm just saying putting a camera in the women's bathroom is something disgusting that only a sick, fucking twisted mind like you would have thought of.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm the first person to think that's done in places.
First person in this room, I can tell you that much.
I always thought you had one in there. That's why when I went in there, I would always
Put on a show
look around.
for me? Oh.
I look around to see if I see the red light flashing.
Disgusting. All right, we got to talk about some wrestling. Otherwise, our wrestling fans will turn us off. We've got a big pay-per-view. Well, we have a pay-per-view coming up on Sunday. Hell in a Cell is happening. And we're going to be making picks near the end of the show here today.
And we'll be there live! No, we won't.
Incorrect. We'll probably barely be watching it, because I think you got this weekend.
I mean, I'll be at the Penn State game. I should be getting home sometime on Sunday. I'm trying to determine... Actually, it all determines how I feel Sunday morning. If I feel good Sunday morning and it's raining, I probably might just leave early. But if people are hanging around and want to spend the day, maybe if football's on, I'd rather just leave at 9 a.m., get home and have the whole day of football.
I hear you. I've got work on Sunday, of course, I always do. But then after that, I only work till 3. I could watch the pay-per-view at home, or I could watch some football. And JLucky's got a little girls' weekend action coming up.
I do.
You pretty excited?
I'm very
excited to sit in the Hurricane and...
Hurricane.
She's heading seriously directly into it Friday morning.
Yeah, she'll be above it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, the worst that Ocean City is going to be is Friday morning.
Yeah, it sucks right. It's not even good right now.
Yeah.
And I look, like, even where I'm at, even though it's, like, way inland, is going to be getting a lot of rain.
Yep. So do you have a backup plan in case you don't go to Ocean City?
Not yet.
They're pretty thick-headed, most of them. I'm pretty sure they're going
just
no matter
gonna
what.
push
We're
through
going
it.
to go no matter what.
Yeah.
Unless they, like, totally will barricade us and not let us in.
There's a good chance. Because, Ocean City is like an island, essentially, and there's a bay here and an ocean here, and they're both going to go oof and raise the water levels. Are you at least on, like, the 18th floor?
We're in a house.
Oh, boy.
It's a condo.
They'll be fine. Ocean City's not
Look at
evacuating.
you. It's just a hurricane.
No, that's funny. This is coming from the guy that never, like, takes anything seriously. Like, I have this strange pain for the last 6 months right here.
You know why?
You should get that checked out.
Because
I'm not going to the doctor.
This is not me. This is not something I can control.
That's so cute. You care so much. It's fucking fine. It's going to be a shitty weekend to be there, but it's not fucking death. They're not going out swimming in the ocean.
What we learned today is that Sam gives no shits about your well-being, and I only give shits about your well-being and being in nobody else's. So at least somebody's looking out for you. Not
it might be tough to go in the bay in secrets. Maybe go out deep, go for a swim.
Yeah, go. Yeah, see, there you go. He's trying to stay. He's
I want you to have fun this weekend.
Jeez.
I get a call on Sunday. It happened. Let's go.
It's going to be fun.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys will have fun regardless.
We'll have fun whatever we do.
I think there's 8, 10 of you going?
8. I think 9 now.
Wow.
It'll be fun.
8 middle-aged women out on the town. What's going to happen?
You just call me middle-aged.
40.
You're an ass.
I'm middle-aged. Sam's middle-aged.
I'm not middle-aged.
He's like, how dare you, sir?
Yeah, fuck off.
You tell me that 36 to 40 is not middle-aged?
I'm not 36, so don't worry about it.
Well, what's
what? Just for that, when you're down there and you guys are doing whatever you're doing, you guys should bring all the men back to the room.
There's not enough room. It's cramming 10 people into one room.
No, we have 3 or 2 rooms.
All right. Wrestling, everybody. Wrestling. Hell in a Cell. Oh, we got on that topic because of Hell in a Cell happening on Sunday. Our main event is going to be Strowman Roman inside the cage.
Strowman Roman Foley.
Yes, with Mick Foley as a special guest referee.
It's a nice little montage on Raw.
That's the best thing they do.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
Well, plus it was old, like when wrestling was good. Yeah.
But I'm realizing that because what they're doing, and you talked about this before, they're making like big moments on Raw. Like, Roman crashing Strowman through the floor like he did. And then that will make for an awesome thing on a video package. You know what I mean?
Well, then nobody's going to care 20 years from now about that moment.
But I'm saying no to sell the pay-per-views or whatever.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
No, yeah, they do.
You can piece together because they do awesome video
packages.
packages.
Do great video work. Even if it's like a feud that sucked balls, like when they put the package together, that wasn't that bad.
Exactly.
But the thing is, it was condensed into like 30 seconds and
it
not
was weeks and weeks.
And like 20-minute vignettes.
Yeah. So you wanted to bring up, why is the Shield attacking the entire roster? Like, basically, why is it like everybody against the Shield?
Well, I more said I don't understand why they're beating up the entire... Meaning, like, why you're trying to build the AOP, you're trying to build, whatever, you're having the Shield... They originally didn't have the weapons out.
Right.
They should have had the weapons out originally, and then, okay, it makes a little sense. They beat up the entire roster. They had axe handles.
Yeah.
But they started beating up the entire roster and then took out the axe handles. And do you think Triple H was like, I don't want them to have a sledgehammer. Give them an axe handle.
Give them an axe handle. It looked like it was light. It looked like it was made of like styrofoam. The way they were flipping it around.
Yeah, I'm sure it wasn't styrofoam, but it wasn't like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of nonsense in that opening segment. Kevin Owens couldn't have looked more disinterested standing there. I mean, and that's part of his character to look disinterested, but I bet he was kind of like, the fuck am I doing?
Roman, and then the back with the cops where they were like, wait, are these the good guys or not? Like, they were trying to be like badass to the cops, like, you're not Stone Cold, alright? So it's not gonna...
I know, it just reeks of like phoniness or something. It's not genuine like build up like anything else. Like even this whole thing between first of all, now they're called the Dogs of War.
I saw him say my dog.
They said it like 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, they're probably trying something. I don't know. It'll probably change.
So they're going to be the Dogs of War against the Shield. But anyways, this whole thing is just, it's not organic. It's not something that, it just happened. It's kind of like when you said Carmella is a freaking face now all of a sudden.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not. Who knows? I don't know anymore. I was reading an article. I brought him up before on the show. A guy on Deadspin, David Bixen's fan, probably my favorite wrestling writer right now, and he was saying how, basically they turned Braun Strowman without any, usually a turn like that, there's build to it,
right? There's
whatever, and they just turned him to turn him, who was by far the most over. But on the other flip side, they did turn Becky, was probably the most organically over female, and now they kind of realized a little bit that they couldn't do it as black and white as they wanted, and now are making it more shades of gray. But yeah, I don't know. There's that whole storyline. It's terrible. Roman Strowman was more interesting before when they did it before, and he was going after him, and he was doing the stupid crazy shit,
flipping ambulances and just.
And it wasn't even that. It was just it made at least sense at that point.
Yeah.
Now this doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. Is there any way to make this interesting? I guess that's what I'm thinking.
That's why they brought Foley in.
Like if I stick with it long enough.
They knew it was the only reason Foley's there.
I know that, but like I know that makes the match interesting. But is there any way that we can look back on this in like 3 months and be like, you know what, that was actually really good? I can't imagine, right? Because it started with nothing.
When's the last storyline? Like our people's mind, our time attention spans are so short to begin with. Plus, these storylines they write now are quicker and quicker most of the time, and forgettable and more forgettable. So, no, I mean, we'll see what happens, but,
I don't foresee anything huge happening at Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. I imagine Roman retains. I mean, they're not going to take the title off him a month after they won it, right?
A failed cash-in. The people that have failed cash-ins, the history
like
on
Baron Corbin, and
then you had I can't remember his name. I see him, and I can remember his name in TNA. What was his name in...
Mr. Kennedy?
No. Yeah. This is Doppelganger. He played like a role.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck you.
You see how bad it is?
Damian Sandow.
Yeah, Sandow failed a cash-in. And Cena failed, but he could fail. It was okay, because he was already established. They really fucked up this Braun Strowman thing. He was a lead pipe cinch superstar, and because of the hard-on for Roman Reigns, they've, I think, fucked it up.
Hard-on, Roman Reigns.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, I'm just seeing if you were aroused. He said Roman Reigns, hard-on in the same sentence.
I do like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, there you go.
Hard-on.
Speaking of things that are failing, the women's evolution seems to be sputtering a little bit, you would say.
Well, I hear the ticket sales are shitty, and I don't know what they've really done. I guess because they've been building up Hell in a Cell. Maybe it'll pick up right after this.
Maybe.
They haven't built it a ton, but I've heard the ticket sales are shitty. The entire... People are saying, is it real or fake? The entire, not script, but the match list leaked today online.
Oh, wow, okay.
And they have all the list of all the matches, and there's like 1 million of them, if it's true. I mean, I guess somebody could have faked it. But I think we should go over some of it. I think we were talking about that earlier. Let me see if I can bring it up here on my phone.
I was thinking also, I mean, not only the pay-per-view, but I feel like the whole women's evolution thing is kind of sputtering, and I think a lot of it, in my opinion, has to do with the Bellas being back.
Yeah, there's no need for them to be back.
There's no need. I mean, do you feel like that's forced into it? Don't they feel like they're forced into the storylines all of a sudden?
Yeah, they are. And like main event storylines.
Yeah, we freaking saw Brie Bella in the main event of SmackDown this evening.
And they keep pushing them as legends. The legends.
Right, legends. Yeah. They were like just like valets for the longest time before they even started wrestling too. I mean, they're not... It brings up like... You see the huge difference between like a Brie Bella wrestling in the ring against Maurice, and then you have like Becky and Asuka in the ring together. Like, it's a huge difference, and it makes it just take a step back, I think. Did you find it?
It was up. Maybe the person that posted it took it down.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, the next big pay-per-view, I mean, if you don't count that Super Showdown thing as a pay-per-view.
No, I mean...
The next big pay-per-view will be Evolution. So it's... Hopefully they'll have like some kind of big build-up for that.
There we go.
Coming up.
Alright, so opener is Rhea Ripley, Ginny, Killer Kelly, and Dakota Kai for the NXT UK Women's Championship. Segment 2 is a special announcement. That's I don't know what that is. Segment 3 is Carmella Talk Show segment with the Ladies of Glow. Segment 4 is a 3-on-3 match, the Riot Squad versus Sasha, Bayley, and Ivory. Segment 5 is the Mae Young Classic finale. Toni Storm versus Io Shirai. Segment 6, 2020 Women Battle Royal. Winner faces Kairi Sane for the NXT Women's Championship. Number 7, Asuka versus Ember Moon. Match 8, Naomi versus Melina. Match 9, Mickie James versus Lita. 10 is Kairi Sane versus the Women Battle Royal. 11 is Alexa versus Trish.
God damn, that's a lot of matches.
12 is Alicia Fox and Kelly Kelly versus the Iconics versus Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus Beth Phoenix and Natalia for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship.
Oh my gosh.
Match 13 is Becky versus Charlotte, and match 14 in main eventing, Ronda Rousey versus Nikki Bella for the Raw Women's Championship.
Oh my God.
Again, who knows this, but this is what the...
I hope that's wrong. Keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah, I really...
How the fuck is Nikki, at this point...
I don't understand.
Yes, she's better than Brie. I'll give her that, but that's about it.
I just don't understand it. And it made sense when she was, like, with Cena. Like, he had some kind of power in the back that he could push her. But now, like, what the hell sense does it make? Doesn't make any sense, whatever. Let's talk about something that Sam loves. The Authors of Pain they're back on TV, and you're loving it with the Drake Maverick thing.
I just said, give me a reason to care about Drake Maverick, and I still haven't.
This week he didn't even say anything. He just came out with them.
He did. He said something like, there was a part where he said something, but it wasn't substantial.
Right, it wasn't anything substantial. It wasn't like the reason I'm with these guys, or, you know what I mean? It was just... And they just keep beating jobbers. Right.
Like, tell me what Drake is bringing to the table that's going to put them over the top, why you thought he needed, you know what I mean? At least this week he's not wearing the vest.
Yeah, I know. He looked really stupid. He looked like Kurt Angle when he was in the Shield remember that last year?
Yeah.
Or whatever that was?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They reformed the Shield. Technically, he should be in it. Triple H stood it one night.
That's right, yeah. Why not? Hey, what a segue into our Triple H and Undertaker talk. This match is going to be the biggest match of all time, apparently. I mean, it's the build-up for it is better than the main event or anything that's going on Raw or SmackDown.
Yeah, that's because Triple H can actually talk on the mic, and he's not given a completely scripted promo where he has to say word by word, and same thing with Undertaker. They come from an era where the promos are like, here's the bullet points to hit, do it however you need to, and it comes out realistic and smooth. Now, the promos are like this. The guy's like, I'm going to beat you at Rumblefest 37 in Reading, Pennsylvania, because that's the bottom line, because Stone Rock said so. It's all like these stilted promos that half the time have no fire to them or anything.
No, not at all.
You don't understand why the guy's saying this. The character development's weak as shit. So.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but hey, Triple H and Undertaker, a match that means nothing, has the biggest build-up, and that's a real letdown.
They promise this time it's not the end of an era. Because the end of an era makes you think it's the last match
You
ever.
would think.
No. It is the last match ever.
They are legends, or whatever they're trying to promote.
Yeah,
I don't know how this match is going to be.
Yeah, how are they legends? And so they're legends on the same...
They're comparing them to...
Do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
This means Shawn versus Taker at Mania? last time ever between them.
I hope so. I know you don't want it to happen
No,
because you think it's going to be
spoil the
like
matches
Sean's
they
just
had
going to
before.
blow up into ashes.
No, it's just
there's no such thing. Spoiling the match.
So they come out there and put on a horrendous match.
They won't though.
Oh, they won't? Okay. Oh, cool, they won't.
They just won't.
Oh, they won't. Huh. This is his normal reaction. When I used to tell him about like weather things and things going on, it's not going to happen. No, don't worry about it. Yeah, and now when you want to go to the shore, he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so worried about this storm that's coming. It's definitely going to hit, and OC Maryland's destroyed."
You're not going to be able to go. They're going to be barricades.
Yes,
it's not.
It's
North
because
Carolina.
it's not me. If I was going, I wouldn't be. I'm telling you, if I was going, I wouldn't be concerned. But I'm not going to be there.
The damsel in distress.
There's
She's there with 37 other women.
There's 9 damsels, and they're all in distress, so it's driving me crazy.
We're fine.
They'll be fine.
There's a few of them.
There's going to be other men there to help them if something happens.
Oh, great! Exactly what I want. Probably stronger. Well, definitely stronger.
Sam did say for me to bring all the men's.
Bring all the men's back. Since they can't go to Secrets, come to my house.
Right.
We've got 3 bedrooms and a bunk bed or something. You sleeping in a bunk bed?
Chair.
I'm sleeping in a bunk bed.
Sleeping in a bunk bed.
Yeah. Top or bottom?
I don't know. We didn't discuss top or bottom yet. That'll be a fun conversation.
It usually is. That was a little bit too much radio silence. I'll have to cut that out. I plan on sleeping in that chair all weekend. I can't imagine I'll actually sleep in my bed. I don't know. Maybe I will.
Sounds like fun.
I'm telling you, man, Friday night, I'm going to get out of LA. I am going to go to Sheetz, the Sheetz that's opening in 2 days. I'm going to get myself a big old fat, like, wrap or sandwich or something. I'm going to...
That's garbage. Yeah, keep going.
I'm going to come back here. I'm going to turn on the Pirates game, start from the beginning, watch the Pirates game from the beginning, and fall asleep with Sheetz crumbs on my face.
So you get away for a night and you're going crumbs on face and
I'm going crumbs.
A taped team that's out of the playoffs.
Yes. What would you have me do? This face you're making. What would you have me do?
I don't know. Like Christ Almighty.
He's excited he doesn't have to wipe his face.
Yeah. Normally, I'd be like, oh shit, I should get those crumbs off my, should put on pants or something.
Yeah, wear overalls or something, maybe.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm good.
Oh, there you go. Now you can Donald Duck it.
And then look what she brought me today. A bag of Martin's barbecue chips. I am fucked, my friend. She goes, that should last you the weekend. I'm like, that should last me till 10 o'clock Friday. I get out of work at 9.
I can make Martin's last.
You can make them last?
Yeah, Martin's I'd have I'd have them down in give me a Diefenbach's gone instantly. That's my weakness is the Diefenbach. Yeah, so much better than
I do like Diefenbach's, but that Martin's,
barbecue
this
too.
body is built on a, foundation of Martin's
and
chips.
Barbecue for me isn't my top, is towards the bottom for me.
Yeah.
I got sour cream and onion for myself to bring to those weekends.
I'm more of a sour cream and mum onion.
Oh,
Salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar is good.
Salt and vinegar.
Yeah.
I do love
salt and vinegar is good, but that right there is crack.
You should have gotten the Middlesworth Weekender.
I could have had the Weekender.
Yeah.
The what?
Oh, the Weekender.
You don't know the Weekender?
Yeah, Middlesworth are terrible, but they have this giant bag of chips.
And it's called the
Weekender.
The Weekender, because they expect that you're going to just sit there
plow it down over the weekend.
Which I would do.
Yeah.
Well, then I'm glad I just got you that.
Thank you so much.
JB mode.
Yeah.
Crumbs on face, no pants.
I'll probably wear pants. I can't.
Yeah, dude, he's wearing pants.
He's wearing pants.
Yeah, I'm going to probably wear a lot of clothes this weekend, unfortunately. But
no one's around. He's going to be 10 pants deep.
3-piece suit. You never know when they're just going to call you into action. You need to
Who's going to call you into action?
MI6.
Nobody's here.
James Bond is busy. You need to get out there. Hurry up. Are you dressed? Of course I'm dressed.
He's waiting for damsels in distress.
And he's probably got his side piece coming over then to clean the crumbs off his face.
Lick them off, baby. Lick them off.
I've got crumbs all over myself already.
Lick these barbecue crumbs.
Are they
off
Martins?
my face.
Hells yeah, they're Martins. You don't think I eat Middlesworth, do you?
All right. Wrestling.
Okay. It's going to be Rusev Day, going for the tag team titles.
Yeah, they won on SmackDown
So are you happy
tonight.
now because you got your boy Rusev got another push, or do you think it's a fake push?
He was just in the main event against AJ Styles not too long ago, but at least he's got a match on the pay per view tonight. Aiden took the
shot
brogue kick for him,
and
then Rusev was able to deliver the Machka kick and got the victory. Did you notice that earlier in the week, Rusev had more chest hair and body hair. I think he shaved it right before tonight.
What?
He still had some, like he went, but he shaved it down pretty good. I wonder if Vince was like, "You need to, trim that."
I would hope. Maybe it was just like a coincidence. Maybe Rusev was just like, I better trim it myself. You know what I mean? Like,
Finally got my letter.
oh my god! Wow! Holy shit!
The good news for you, I don't think you have to worry about it. Rusev going after. He's tied up right now.
I was more saying that she wants him hairless.
I know, yeah. That hurt my feelings.
Talking to the wrong crowd over here.
Yeah. That's why I like Rusev so much, because he's got chest hair. Like a man.
Yeah, like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
A real man. A man's man. A man's man.
Well,
you know how terrible I would look if I was shaved?
Is it too much for me to ask that these guys with the chest hair, though, keep it the same length every Monday? I don't want differing chest hair lengths. I want it uniform. Like, if McIntyre is on Raw Monday night, I want next Monday his chest hair to be the same length it was the last Monday.
I didn't even notice. Has it changed?
It varies. I can tell.
Oh, man, you're really studying this. I didn't study it.
I want it to be like, if you're playing with like a figurine, it's never going to change. Like, these are active. They should have standard, chest hair. Not one week it's all poofy, and the next week it's shaved.
You are passionate about this.
Yeah.
Well, I'll admit I'm passionate about body hair
because so many
as well.
times these men were forced to shave it.
I don't scope it out like he did, but I see his point.
Yeah, like these guys are forced to to conform to these ideals of shaving and waxing.
Boob jobs.
No, I think that's different.
Yes, that is horrible.
And having to wear tons of makeup. Listen. Tons of makeup, tons.
They do wear tons of makeup.
They're on TV. What do you want them to do?
Yeah, but
you wear makeup on TV.
I mean, it's crazy how much makeup they have on right now. They didn't used to.
To get back to my... Can you imagine how stupid I would look and Sam with no body hair?
Yeah, I won't do it.
We're like fat gross. Like, we would
Even
look...
if I wasn't,
that would itch.
Boy, she's really hammering.
I want to understand your point.
Self-esteem levels.
I don't understand how chest hair ties into being fat gross.
Did you ever... See, she didn't see this. Do you remember when Goldberg brought his 12-year-old son in and he had his shirt off and he looked like a fat little doughboy?
Yeah.
That's what I would look like if I didn't have any chest hair. Like, you just look like a little fat boy.
And I just hate the aspect of it's going to grow back in. Like, I remember when I had my appendix removed, and while I was out, they shaved me with a bic from here down, and I remember that growing back, and it was the worst.
That was chest down for all you people.
Oh yeah,
Sam.
Oh yeah. It was. It was
not penis down.
Well, it was my appendix. I don't know why they would.
Well, you just said here down. You
obviously, yeah.
Plus, I needed to get the word penis in there.
Yeah, I said appendix. I hope they realize where that is.
You're like, Doc,
they are wrestling fans. I don't know.
I'm fully shaved down there. Well, we went for your appendix and we decided
took a nut. Yeah.
We heard you were having ball pain. And
took them out a while. You weren't using them.
So yeah, I'm not. You would be horrified if I didn't have anything, right? Tell me.
Yeah.
Sounds like she wants that shaved.
I know. She waited way too long
right.
to answer that.
There's a long time in their relationship to be voicing these concerns.
Horrified. No,
it looks like you've got some work to do, my friend.
I'm trying.
No more Iron Mike Sharp look for you.
Guess I know what I'm doing Friday night.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. Does chest hair hide fat? I mean, I don't know.
So you're gonna like. Oh yeah, that stubble is nice. I want.
Oh no!
I'd like this. I want the softness.
We're assuming that it's shaved and just gone. We're just assuming. I'm just doing the. I'm just doing.
Yeah, I guess if you wax it, that might last a little bit longer.
I'm just saying the visual for her. Yes, the chest hair hides fat. Wouldn't you say? I mean, don't you think?
It helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm trying to picture it. I don't know.
Well, you can imagine it all you want. It ain't happening, sister. Anything else in wrestling?
There were things, I'm sure.
I don't know. We probably have talked enough about it. JLucky, are you looking forward to Hell in a Cell at all? You think that you're going to watch it with me? You're going to be coming home that night.
I'm going to watch it. I just don't know if I'll stay awake. Sometimes, I gotta admit, some of the pay-per-views don't really keep my interest. The last one, but well,
SummerSlam, that was a pretty good one.
Yeah, that was good, but there are other ones that I didn't mind that I kept getting up and doing laundry.
I just feel like it's too much.
Like that in between.
Not enough build-up, not enough great matches. I mean, Orton versus Hardy is going to be in a cell, which I didn't realize that until tonight.
Why did that need to be in a cell? Well, here's my question. AJ and Joe has been an insane, like,
really,
feud where it's been like, I'm basically going to come home and fuck your wife. That's not in a cell.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe because they figure that one's good enough on its own. Maybe Orton and Hardy is kind of like
they
we've
wanted
seen
to
it
add something
1,000 times.
I mean, we haven't seen it 1,000 times. I don't remember them feuding.
Well, no, but I mean, like lately they've been like it's every week
in the ring. Yeah,
in the ring together.
I think the biggest reason they had McFoley is like, what's he going to do? Is he going to do something crazy at his advanced age?
I really hope they don't. He'll turn into dust.
He's going to bump for sure. I think Strowman's going to do something crazy to him.
Oh my god! If Mick Foley has to take like a huge bump. Either off of, or he won't go off.
I mean, he's got limited.
No,
I mean, he might have. No, he can't go off this. No,
okay.
No. But I mean, like maybe get
thrown
into the cage or something. Still, I mean, he's probably got a fake hip and a fake knee, so probably.
Yeah, he was walking to the ring really gingerly the other day.
His daughter's so hot.
Oh, Noelle Foley.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I'm like, who? Okay, yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. Is she still trying to be a wrestler? Wasn't that like a thing?
What happened to her? I thought
she's still. She's still with Frank the Clown. That's now like a indie wrestler.
So she's
Does he
still
dress as a clown?
Yeah, he dresses as a clown. That's like his thing. He's always been. He go to all these shows like dressed as a clown. Yeah.
You don't like that?
No, I don't like that gimmick.
He probably has chest hair too.
Doesn't matter. He's got no foil on his arm.
Is he he's chest hair?
He's very small. Also, you don't know Frank the Clown?
I've never heard of Frank the Clown, and
I've
never known any wrestlers that were clowns. Or
he's not. He was a fan. He's always been a fan.
Is there an older wrestler that was a clown?
Oh, of course.
Who? What's the name?
Doink.
Oh, there's one.
He's got here. I mean, he's a guy on the left. Obviously, it's John Cena. There's him with CM Punk. Yeah,
he looks really tiny, like a little kid. Is it because he has probably because he has clown?
It's probably because he has no chest hair.
He looks like he's 18. How old is he?
He's probably in his mid-20s.
Almost middle-aged. Let's make some Hell in a Cell picks. What do you guys say? So we can go through these matches and talk about them. And while we're getting ready to do this, don't forget to email JLucky's mailbag. Next week will be the return of the popular segment, JLucky's mailbag. That is tappedouttgp@gmail.com. JLucky, you want to shill for a little bit here and talk about your mailbag? Your mail sack?
It's going to be 28.
My mail sack? Send me emails. Ask me questions. They can be wrestling related.
Don't talk about your chest hair because she'll make you feel bad
Oh,
about yourself.
no, please ask her about chest hair. See, why does she hate it so much? Why does she want...
I didn't say I hate it. I'm trying to
she
figure
does.
out how chest hair hides fat.
We can read into it. We can read into it. Don't worry.
Chest hair hides fat.
It easily hides fat. How does clothes hide fat? I mean...
Wearing a sweater, but like a chest hair?
Well, if you've seen Sam without a shirt, he is wearing a sweater.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Byron, now he's trying to deflect the I don't have to worry about it.
People have said the same
No, I know.
to me.
No,
it's like the worst.
I just don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
I can let it all go.
Really?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I have to? I'm not...
I don't know.
I don't have to come to these ideals. I have nobody to please.
I do. And I'm going to have to get a mighty ton back to razors now.
No.
You're going to come home.
Stubble everywhere.
You're going to walk in the door Sunday. I'm going to be like shaving everything.
So anyway, send me emails. Ask me questions. Send them to my mail sack.
Send pictures of your shaved chest to her mail sack.
Okay, I don't need that.
And then what will you do next week when you retrieve your mail sack?
I will.
You'll empty. You will empty the mail sack.
Empty the sack. I'm going to slowly empty the sack.
Our ratings just went up.
I'm gonna pull.
Our ratings are the highest they've ever been.
Something's going up. All right. Well, anyways, that's JLucky's mail sack. And
he's like, anyway, don't worry about that at all.
Although who knows? She may be not here next week. She might be stuck in Ocean City, Maryland.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Hurricane Florence.
She might have been swept away by it.
She might. Or just stuck there.
Wishful thinking, boys. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
So is there a state of emergency in Maryland right now?
There is. They declared it today.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And they said, so you have to...
They consulted with me first, and I was like, declare that. Please, declare the state of emergency.
But it's not a mandatory evacuation.
It's not a mandatory evacuation, no. Just, a low-lying beach town that's surrounded by water. But, hey, whatever. It's just a hurricane. Fuck it. Hell in a Cell, Hardy versus Orton. Who do you guys got, and why? JLucky, you can lead this one off. Jeff Hardy against Randy Orton, because you actually know these guys. You've watched them in the past. Who do you think's going to win this one?
I actually know them.
You know them, like, personally.
I'm going to go Randy Orton.
Randy Orton for the JLuckster.
I love Jeff Hardy, but I still don't think they're going to let him win anything.
I'm going to go with...
Like a pay-per-view.
I'm going with Jeff Hardy because he's been throwing out some pretty good promos lately, like he did tonight. And he's been doing a little bit more of the Swanton, even though he said in that interview that he didn't want to do them anymore. So I think he's got a little bit longer run left in him. I think Randy Orton's just a stepping stone. Sam, what do you got?
Who gives a fuck? I guess I got to make a pick.
Please.
The feud nobody gives a shit about.
No, there's 4 or 5 of those this month. So
Let's go with Orton.
All right, look at you two idiots.
It's crazy. I just looked it up. It's Bike Fest the week you're going down. That's a crazy time down there. But
Bike week, but nobody's
it's going to be tough because with the weather and people like to ride their bikes down. So Bike Fest, all those the Harley dudes down there. There you go. They'll be mad to take care of them. Jesus, don't worry about it.
She won't.
Tons of them everywhere.
She won't go anywhere near them with their hairy chests. So don't.
It's okay if it's them because they're manly men.
Wait, I'm a manly man.
No.
Come on. Just because I have a big blue microphone in front of my face doesn't mean I can...
And a tall, slim beer can.
Okay.
Bright green one with that.
All right. AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. This is for the WWE Linear World fucking Championship.
That's right.
Sam, who do you got and why?
AJ Styles.
Really? You think he's retaining?
Yes, because Samoa Joe's fat.
I'm sticking with my pick, Joe. I pick him every pay-per-view, and he lets me down every single month.
And I don't know, he might be naturally hairless, but he's fat and hairless.
Well, he's Samoan. They don't have the chest.
Oh, yeah.
Think about all the Samoan wrestlers. They never do.
True.
So you think he's gross? Because it doesn't have chest.
Well, he doesn't have an option.
Fat?
The poor guy. But you see how his fat kind of looks like globular? That's how I would look.
Again, the immediate silence from him, she's like, that's how you look now.
The silence was it told me something there. So who are you picking this match, dear?
I'm picking AJ.
Of course you are.
I'm not picking the globular guy, that's for sure.
AJ has some chest hair too.
Yeah, he does.
I see oh my god.
Actually, Hardy's got some.
Yes, he does.
Actually, damn it! You know what? I should just go all chest hair and see how I do because I've been doing shitty as fuck lately. I'm switching my pick. Give me Jeff Hardy.
He's going all chest hair.
All chest hair.
And if I win, your punishment is you have to shave your chest. There we go.
All right. So in that case, we've got Strowman versus Roman.
Strowman. I guarantee he's got more chest hair than Roman.
Well, yeah, we determined Roman's Samoan.
Yeah.
So you're going with
chest hair. Interesting.
Is he full Samoan?
Roman. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
thought he was not.
Yeah, no, I think he is. Pretty sure he's part of that dynasty.
Yeah,
I remember
his dad's at least Samoan. I don't know what his mom is. I've never met her.
I think as far as picks, I'm going with Roman Reigns. It's kind of like what I did with SummerSlam. Don't want him to win, but I'm pretty sure that they're not going to have him
take the title
off of him right away. I just think it makes no sense. It makes him look kind of weak.
What if he gets some interference? What if Dolph and Drew come in?
No, because I think it's going to be more a Mick Foley centric thing where Strowman, like you said, does something to Foley and then Foley fights back.
Right, and then it gets the fans behind Roman because he went after Mick. Yeah, and everything we book is to make Roman get cheered.
Yep.
So like Strowman is going to actually put Mick within an inch of his life of actually dying.
And then Roman has to save him.
Yeah, that makes sense. And then maybe Strowman goes and grabs Mick's daughter and has her hanging over the cage ready to kill her too. We got to do everything we can get Roman over. That's what I think.
I like how you worked Noelle Foley twice into this episode.
Hey, she looks good.
You wouldn't mind her hanging upside down.
Yeah, really.
Maybe Braun would. I don't know. You don't know what Braun's into. Maybe he is a girl.
That's true. We don't know anything about Braun's actual real life relationships, do we?
Yeah.
Huh. Who are you picking there, JLucky?
Roman.
Of course. Why?
She's picking Roman.
Of course. As if she'd go against
her love.
Yeah. So we've got. This could be a tough chest hair one. The Shield versus the Dogs of War.
So we've got Rollins chest hair,
right? And we've got McIntyre chest hair.
Can you please stop calling the Dogs of War?
They said it 8 times.
I don't care. We don't have to use it.
If Michael Cole said it 4 times, there's already a T-shirt made. They're the Dogs of War. Sorry. What are you staring at me for? You're fucking freaking me out. You didn't talk.
Chest hair? Okay, so you said Rollins has chest hair.
And so does Drew McIntyre.
Doesn't Ambrose have chest hair?
No.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
he wore a shirt forever, and he has no chest hair. Yeah.
Renee Young wouldn't allow that.
Yeah.
I feel like he has chest hair.
I'm going Dogs of War. Just because I like to say Dogs of War because it annoys the fuck out of you.
I'm going with McIntyre and Ziggler.
I don't know who that is, but I've got Sam down for Dogs of War. JLucky, who are you picking?
On the Shield.
Oh my God.
Shield held every title, Intercontinental World.
You just won everything, don't you?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're the greatest faction of all time.
Now, you can't go chest hair here. We got Charlotte versus Becky Lynch. And Becky does a little bit deeper voice, so she's probably more apt to growing chest hair, but anyways.
Leave her alone.
I'm going to let you pick first, because this is your...
Becky.
Of
I
course.
pick her every time. So far it hasn't worked in my favor, but I'm picking her.
Becky to get the title.
Sticking with her. I think this is her time.
Charlotte's the winner. Is the match I'm most sure of. Unless it's stupid bullshit. Charlotte will retain the title. Maybe Becky gets a DQ win. Charlotte retains the title for sure.
I think I'm picking Charlotte as well.
Because then the Revolution, I'm sure they already have planned these two to go at it at Revolution. And it's better if you really technically are now switching it to maybe a Becky chase a little bit.
What are you doing?
And then I'm turning my hands. You know, I like to use my hands when I talk. This would make more sense. So I'm going Beck.
All right.
Beck losing.
We got a real big match here. Bliss versus Rousey for the Raw Women's Championship. Rousey. No chest hair again, obviously.
She's not lousy, by the way.
No, she's not.
It's not nice.
Bliss actually got one up on her on Monday night.
Yeah, kick to the ribs at the end.
Yep, and then Rousey had to play it up like she was really dying, really hurt.
Maybe she was.
Maybe she was, but she's not that good of an actress, so you could
No,
tell
she's
that
not.
she. So who? I'm thinking I'll pick first. That's fine. I'll pick first. I'm going
I don't
Ronda.
think you picked first yet.
I'm going Ronda Rousey. Just because she's a beast.
Really going out on a limb picking Ronda
Yeah, I'm
Rousey
going crazy.
to retain against a chick she ragdolled for 2 minutes last time and then beat. Yeah, the only reason probably that they did this whole thing is just to make Ronda look like she had to overcome something and maybe make you think, well, maybe she's a chance with those hurt ribs. Yeah, Ronda wins, no questions asked.
Lucky.
Oh.
You know you don't want to pick with us, but...
I don't want to pick with you, but I'm going to pick with you. It's going to be my one time with you.
Miz and Maurice versus Daniel Bryan and Brie Bella. This is actually a match I'm looking forward to. I think this will be fun. This will probably be one of the better intergender matches we've had. Just because, whatever.
That's good. You know, when people first listen to us, that's the hard-hitting commentary. They go,
yeah, I mean, but it really, isn't it, though? I mean...
Why?
Don't you just think that it has a little bit more like meat to it?
Sucking dick in
No,
the ring.
I guess because it's the Miz and Daniel Bryan thing, and then it started to get personal with the wives.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a way to make this feud go longer, which is good.
Yeah, stretch it out some more so that maybe by Survivor Series or something like that we can have a proper...
Does Miz get another one-up to go up again, or does Bryan, quote-unquote, even the score here? And is it man pinfall or woman pinfall?
Ooh, all right. Why don't we pick that? We'll pick who's actually going to get the win. I'm going to say that Brie Bella gets the pin on Maurice.
We're picking the person who's going to do the...
Yep.
Oh, Jesus.
Well, which team do you think is going to win this one? Who do you want to win this one?
I don't care.
Wow, you don't care about this?
Not really.
This is like husbands and wives duking it out. This is like the real deal.
If they did this on Big Brother, you should probably care.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I wonder if that
And
Julie...
these people are really married, damn it.
You think that Julie Chen is going to still host Big Brother?
I have no idea who you're talking about.
The chick that hosts Big
I
Brother. She's
don't
married to
watch
the
it at
fucking
all.
guy, the CBS guy that's all disgraced.
Les Moon,
Yeah.
I know who that obviously is.
Yeah, that's his wife.
Okay.
Because she stepped down from the talk.
Gee, I wonder how she got that job.
Yeah. Well, she was also on the talk, which is CBS's
Yeah.
morning, like The View or whatever. And she stepped down from that. So I'm wondering if she's going to host Big Brother. But the Big Brother people aren't supposed to know anything that's going on in the world.
What's
outside.
Howard saying about it? Because wasn't he tight with Les?
Yeah, well, he doesn't like him. He was saying that he's basically making fun of the whole situation, too. So
I knew he had something, because he used to talk about him all the time when I used to listen 20 years ago.
20 years ago.
Literally 20 years ago. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is crazy. That was when the E! Show was big. So who do you got there? You two? Either you two could speak up here.
I'm waiting for her to make her pick.
Oh.
So I have to pick a person.
Yeah.
Who's going to do it?
So pick a team and then pick a person.
I'm going to have probably Brie, just because they just brought her back.
Both going Brie.
Wow. And Sam says...
If that team wins, it almost has to be Brie.
Right.
Because I don't think they're going to give you the Bryan tapping of the Miz.
Right, if Bryan gets the Miz to tap, then it's like the feud's over.
Right. I'm going Maurice.
You think Maurice gets the pin? Wow, we have no faith in the men. I think this is all the matches on Hell in a Cell, by the way.
I just said that to go opposite, by the way.
Did you?
I had too many matches.
Yeah. I think it's enough matches right here that on this card. You know what I mean? I don't think we need any more.
Oh, they're going to add that. That
You
won't
think?
be the end of the card. That's only 7 matches. There has to be more than that. The pay-per-views going to be they're like 4 hours long.
Well, I don't know.
Are you sure you have? I mean, there's 2 brands on this. Are we sure you have all the?
I don't know, man. What do you want me to do?
I mean, I don't think you have.
Am I missing something?
Yeah,
big?
you don't have the tag team match that was just signed tonight.
Oh yeah,
Aiden and Rusev
that's why I didn't write it down. Yeah, because I didn't know who it was going to be.
Yeah, so what are you on there?
So we got Rusev Day versus the New Day.
Yeah, so either does Rusev Day get it, or do they go back to Aiden screwing things up? That's probably the question.
I'm going with Rusev Day because I think the New Day wasn't supposed to have the titles. I think that's their transition because the Bludgeon Brothers got hurt.
Okay.
So that's my reasoning. I'm going Rusev Day. Rufus Day.
I agree. I'm going.
You think? Oh, there you go.
That's what I was going to pick, but now I don't want to pick them.
Oh.
I don't want to pick them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, it's because you both picked.
What's Shinsuke doing?
The same thing.
Nothing. I was thinking about that. He has no opponent. He had
a Rusev Day.
Okay.
Fuck, Shinsuke.
I know. There's no U.S. title match, and there's no
Intercontinental makes sense because
Right.
Rollins has a match.
Right.
Huh.
So there you go. Those are Hell in a Cell picks. Don't forget to tune in next week to hear the punishment where the loser has to sit here with his or her shirt off the whole entire episode.
Oh! She better shave her chest.
No, wait, she's doing anything right now.
That's right, yeah.
She totally missed the whole thing.
Yeah, the whole punchline.
Yeah, she can't.
What about, they haven't announced it yet, and we haven't talked about it probably because we don't care, but Gable and Rude. That's got to turn into a feud between the two.
I would think so. I don't think they're going to be a real tag team.
No, because it just seems like the way they're setting it up.
The only good thing that might come out of this is if Bobby Roode becomes a heel, which you and I have talked about before. He's way better at it.
Right, yeah. And Gable, they keep trying to find a way to use him. They should. I mean, he's amazing in the ring.
He really is good in the ring. It's very true.
We should probably also talk about the huge news that Renee Young is the first ever full-time.
Yeah. Well, she's way better than Jonathan Coachman already. I mean, honestly, Coach just... It felt, first of all, to me, it felt like it was too much of a reach into the past because he was the voice on there for what, like the 2006 to 2010 era?
I don't even remember.
It was some kind of weird era that I didn't really listen to, and it always felt like, or didn't watch. So it always felt like he didn't belong here for some reason, and it just he didn't fit. So I'm thinking Renee, she still has to work some things out because I think at one point during the show, actually, she cheered for somebody that won. And, you know, they're not really supposed to do that. And Corey Graves corrected her right there. He goes, "Don't cheer, Renee." She goes, "I'm sorry. I'm just so excited." So maybe that's
happy for them.
So maybe that's going to be her personality or her like shtick is that she cheers for like the good guys.
I'm sure Vince will fuck up just letting her be herself.
Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah. He's not going to let that. Oh, Sam's wedding ring just fell off.
That's my soda tab.
Nice. So, Sam, are you ready to do your segment that you're supposed to be doing, that you were supposed to come prepared with, that you wanted to do?
Prepared, like I'm in school. I'm not coming prepared with a segment.
It's a goddamn assignment I gave you like 2 weeks ago. I said, come up with something.
I used to do the music challenge. That was my thing. That was my segment.
He's right.
Yeah, of course he's right.
Of course he's right.
Of course he's right.
Jeez,
just like Wawa Sheetz, I'm right.
Let's get... No. Sorry for...
You just troll everybody, but you can't just admit that it has nothing to do with who cheers for what part of the state.
Absolutely. It's a location.
It does not.
It's a location thing, you fuck. I've already got like 5 people on my post that when I shared yours that were all Lancaster people that picked fucking Sheetz.
That's Lancaster, though. You're saying it's a Philly...
Because Lancaster is not Philly. Lancaster's not Philly. Burks
I know.
Is Philly.
Yeah, but I'm saying people that have been exposed to both. There is no Wawa in Pittsburgh, you fuck. Obviously, if you ask somebody it's only been in Pittsburgh, they're going to pick Sheetz. I'm saying for people that are exposed to both, that have ate both, most people, I'm not saying every single one, are going to pick Wawa.
Except for the fact that Sheetz is better, but yeah, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
I even had a Pittsburgh fan, as I pointed out to you, you pointed out earlier, Sheetz has better breakfast sandwiches. Unprovoked, his one thing he types is, Wawa's way better breakfast sandwiches.
JLucky, can't you agree? Remember Wawa breakfast sandwiches?
Ooh,
they're like
messy.
They're the fucking scrambled eggs that just fall apart. Who fucking eats that in a car?
I don't know. I told you you're not good at fucking car eating. I've had lobster and steak in a fucking car. I can do it. I crack the lobster, it'd be no problem. You should see me on road trips, like that seat, and it's a bucket seat, which makes it difficult to do things. I'll have my, like, however many stops I make, which is probably like 6 on like a 4-hour thing. I'm like, alright, I'm in there, I got my burger in my left hand, I got my chicken nugget in my right, and I'm dipping. I got the dipping sauces set up strategically so they're held up, and I'm dipping while driving with knee driving.
You couldn't eat a Wawa breakfast sandwich while driving.
I could. I can eat anything while I'm driving.
The shorty or whatever.
You just got to be good at knowing how to unwrap, hold the wrapper, just expose a little bit of the sandwich and bite.
You bite an egg.
Maybe your
everywhere.
teeth aren't good at just biting cleanly. Maybe they're too dull and you're not meant to eat.
My teeth are like shaped like golf balls. Just round white things in my mouth.
You gotta have teeth like me that are meant to eat meat that just tear shit apart.
It doesn't. No. You know what's easy to eat? You put it in your hand. It's a breakfast patty. Remember when we used to get that egg white thing with the sausage and on the muffin? It was delicious. Oh, you go to Wawa nice. And they're like, "Hey, let's just scoop some slop."
Breakfast sandwiches, I'd have to say, Sheetz.
Of course,
that's not
or sandwiches.
No.
Yes. No. You know what? Also,
wait, you were talking egg white. That's a special request order.
Well, it's not.
You would grab no at Wawa. They're pre-made. You can't compare a Wawa pre-made to a special request.
Well, they have the regular egg.
You go to a special request. You know, hey.
What's this? Hey. But what was it? Oh,
by the way, neither of them compare to the fucking sausage McMuffin with eggs. So don't even fucking.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh, so good.
You know what
so
I like
bad for you.
You know what I like at Burger King? My favorite breakfast sandwich ever is just the sausage biscuit, plain.
Burger King.
Yeah.
Oof, there's a bad take. My God. I thought we weren't doing JB's awful hot takes. I mean, if you're in an area where there's McDonald's or Burger King, you can't go to Burger King for breakfast. Now, I know some people out there are going to be all up in my DMs and everything on Twitter saying, Chris Sandwich. No, you're fucking wrong.
Mailbag and be like, get rid of that fuck.
Nothing is better than you go to McDonald's. You could get also, and I've done it sometimes when I feel like being less fat, get a sausage burrito is outstanding, and it's fucking easy to eat, and it's like $3, and it's not. I mean, it's like $1. It's like only 300 calories compared to the sausage McMuffin with egg, which is probably like $5.50. And the hash brown, you're not beating this piping hot hash brown that when you bite in, the grease squirts into your mouth. It's so good. That's an awesome hangover food. The McDonald's hash brown.
That is good shit.
Yeah.
I'm not saying McDonald's is bad.
Chick-fil-A's breakfast is good too. They have some good stuff. Chick-fil-A's good at everything.
I wanted to talk to you about. This was hard to text when we were having our Wawa.
This is great. This is so much better than wrestling. See, I'm excited again.
The interface on the Sheetz picking screen is way better. The MTO ordering screen. No, I'm not stupid.
Have you ordered? Come with me to Wawa. I'll show you how to order.
I won't. I'll be confused.
Yeah, I don't know how to read.
It's too hard. Like it's like every sandwich is like a pre-selected like type of sandwich.
Oh yeah, they have and all you do is you just hit customize and it takes everything on and you pick your own.
I like that Sheetz sandwich is just like you start from scratch all the time.
They don't like there's no ideas given to you. That could possibly be good.
No, it's like they might have like burger of the day or something like that. But this is like, what bread do you want? What meat do you want? And it's totally customizable.
See, I like that sometimes they give you like an idea because sometimes I'll take their idea and maybe make a slight tweak to it, or I'll just run with it. Like the other week, a couple weeks ago, I've been trying to do the low carb thing. I went in, they have they call them hoagie bowls, and it basically, it's like a bowl with where they put like everything that would kind of guess be in a hoagie, but the one I had had spinach. It was good. It was spinach, chicken, salsa, jalapenos, and a chipotle sauce. And I never would have put all that together. And I'm like, let me just get it as is. And then I got it as is. It was good. And I'm like, next time I'm like, let me add some cheese to that because cheese is good.
And Boom Boom sauce is pretty good too.
Yeah. You're throwing out. You think because my cousin mentioned that you're going to use it against me?
Yeah.
Their sauce, the chipotle sauce is.
And let's not even start to talk about the bathrooms because the Sheetz bathrooms trump the freaking Wawa.
It's not true. This is a Marlette Brothers thing.
No,
it is. It's like cheese nips.
Every time you walk into a Wawa bathroom, I swear to God, the floor is wet.
Do you have a problem? You have a problem with wet bathroom floors?
I do.
Have you not gone to at most men's bathrooms in the world?
Well, all Wawa bathroom floors are wet. Sheetz, they've got like that wicking material on. But Wawa is always cleaner than Sheetz.
Yeah, it is. Wawa is always cleaner.
Fuck, I mean, Sheetz is always cleaner than Wawa.
It's not.
Fuck,
it's not.
It's getting late.
You know what we're gonna have to. It is very late. Believe me, I was ready to go to bed at 7:30, but now you got me all hepped up on food talk. What we should do is, for one of our segments, and I guess this is a wrestling man doesn't do with wrestling, but we'll go down to a bunch of different Wawas and Sheetz and sample the bathrooms, and we'll.
Can we go to this brand new one that's just opening up?
No, that one doesn't count.
Come on.
No.
So
B team done? You just did the. You think B team's done now for good?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, they'll go back down the card and job out.
Yep, and they'll always be called the former tag champions.
Yeah.
That way they have some credibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I saw it in their faces. I don't care. I could see in Axel's face come in the ring that they were
really?
like done. You know what I mean? Like he was just
like. I'm telling you, I saw that in Kevin Owens' face.
Yeah, like almost like disappointment.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, and again, they were saddled with bullshit with this beat. When they had the legit song or whatever, I guess they wanted to do it because they wanted fans to have like a chant for them, but like...
Seriously, that was 3 weeks? A month?
Why couldn't they have just on the fucking apron, if they wanted to, did the whole make up a B-team chant instead of having it be their fucking music?
It's awful. It's a really disappointment because it was a natural thing that kind of got over with the fans. And that's why they hate it. Yeah. Bummers. So let's do some plugs because everyone around this table is getting some red eyes because it's starting to get a little late. Please send some mail to JLucky's mailbag so she can read. Mail sack. So she can read them and answer them next week. She will star. She will be more front and center. She will have her own microphone next week. We will sound much better.
If she comes back from Ocean State,
That's
Maryland.
true. She could
That's
be.
true. I could be floating out.
Or you could have just met a nice biker man.
Wow, that's wonderful. Oh, wait, what's ooh? No.
Yeah.
Follow Sam at the Real
You
SCAB.
better believe it. We're approaching 500.
Look at you. And football season is upon us.
That's why we're approaching 500.
You gotta follow this guy. He gives you all kinds of useful...
Coming off a Mifflin game last week. Picked up some followers there. They got a decent following.
Yep. Check us out on Twitter at Wrestling Dorks. Go on to Facebook, which Sam says nobody goes on.
Not for that stuff.
Yeah, but you can still catch all of our links to everything on Facebook. Patreon.com, where you can catch the episodes a day earlier than everybody else.
And you can give us thousands. We just need one person that's like... You know what I mean? Like Rich that just gives a bunch of money to podcasts. You tell me about a guy that used to do that.
Yeah,
you know? And
then I think he got turned into the police by some anonymous... what else do I have? TapTapTGP at gmail.com. And don't forget to watch Hell in a Cell this week. We'll be probably live tweeting throughout.
You might be.
Some solid
asleep. There's football on now. Yeah, that's their thing, too. I think football's back now, so I even pay less attention to wrestling.
Yeah, but usually the Sunday night football game, I give no shits about.
Sunday night football's usually a good game. It's Monday night that's less good usually. But no, yeah, football's back on now, and football is the enemy of two men, Vince McMahon and Donald Trump.
Oh, I know. Sometimes I think about that, and I'm like, I can't believe that I watched WWE because I know how much him and Trump are together, and it sickens me. You know what I mean?
They both are like super anti-NFL. Like for like years, they've like
since like the 80s
plotted, try to like. Now Vince has that. It's so funny. Dude, that is going to massively fucking fail.
The XFL?
It is going to fail so fucking bad.
I don't think it's going to get started up.
These guys are so fucking... It's what happens when your entire life nobody ever says no, nothing ever hardly ever fails. Exactly so he's had one failure. Listen to this. He's had one failure, Vince, the XFL. Monstrous failure. Everybody makes fun of him. What does he do once WWE stock goes nuts? Actually, he didn't even get all the going nuts. I mean, he made a ton of money on it, but he's like, fuck it. I'm going back and I'm going to fucking prove these people wrong. Yeah. He's not. It's going to fail.
And it was pushed to him by Trump or something at some point.
What's Trump's other failure in life, other than this presidency, is, I'm sorry for going political, is the NFL. He always wanted to own an NFL team, and they never would let him in. Yep. And now that's why he's made this kind of like his thing. So, yeah, there's another league that actually, it's the guy that Vince worked with before from NBC, Dick Ebersol. His son started up a league, a separate one, and has everything ready to go a year in advance. So Vince he's toast. A, he's not beating the NFL, and B, he's not going to beat this other league.
I really don't think it'll even start, if you'd be honest with me, or if I'm being honest, because I think that it's just, the announcement is what he wanted. He wanted, like, the bravado. You know what I mean?
I'm going to say it starts. I don't know how much it's going to do, how much it's all based on if he can get a TV contract.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking that he's going to try and finagle something with SmackDown's contract to try and get
those games on the Fox or something.
I was listening to the podcast Something to Wrestle With, and they were talking about how back in the day when they were moving around SmackDown to UPN and everything, and there was talks like trying to get a deal for XFL basically. So I could see them like, hey,
absolutely.
if you want this winner that is SmackDown, you'll show my games on your network.
That would be crazy considering Fox has the NFL too. So we'll see.
You will. Is it Raw is going to Fox, right?
No.
I'm sorry. Then I meant it the other way. I meant if that he could try to get like USA to show.
USA to show his games. That makes sense. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening to episode 70 of the Guerrilla Press, and we will catch you next week.
Oh, was I supposed to sign off there?
That would be nice.
Shitty sign off for you. Later.
Yeah.